I'd like to share a story from a passion. This passion runs deep in our character. It's part of us. It's taken us across the globe, places we didn't know could exist. But because of that passion, we live an out-of-the-ordinary life. To us it feels like an extraordinary life, and that life has brought us here. On one island in particular, we shared a moment of realization, and what we realized is that it's burning. That craving, the unrivaled desire. It's burning bright inside. Our passion to live every moment to the fullest, with no regrets. Dancing like no one's watching. To stride with confidence as if there's an army behind you. To be unapologetically genuine and true to yourself. Of course, it's hard to be feeling like this all the time. But when we do, it's on. So we found ourselves in Paros, a place we would call a photographer's dream. Our intentions for this island was to see as many incredible locations as humanly possible. We let one of our passions burn wild here. We love to take photos, making the memories and saving them in a time capsule. For us to be able to look back on and cherish forever, to share with people we care, and to inspire others who need the inspiration. This is Paros. So welcome to the wild lives and to the spontaneous adventures of Benny and Meeka. Consider subscribing to our channel if you'd like to support our endless journeys around the globe as we attempt to discover all the wonders this world has on offer.
Good morning from beautiful Paros, Greece.
A picturesque harbour town where charm and tranquility merge effortlessly. Picture yourself strolling through narrow alleyways adorned with beautiful white cubed houses and cozy cafes, each exuding a unique local flavour and warmth. This island is a perfect stop on your Greek island adventure, conveniently accessible from bustling hubs like Athens and Santorini, as well as quieter escapes like Naxos and Milos, all reachable by a scenic ferry ride. Join us today as we wander through this captivating region, discovering the local cuisine that delights the senses.
We've built up a bit of an appetite now. I think we're ready to break the fast. What would you rate that breakfast? The chocolate pancake and the tempeh sandwich?
It was so good, guys. I think I'd rate it like a 10. It was all like very organic. They make their own almond milk, their own sauces, their own bread. It was absolutely divine. It feels more like of an organic kind of feel. But the food was amazing. So if you do come here, it's about a 2-minute walk from the port, and then just up the road you have a beautiful view of the church.
And it's kind of like the main street here, isn't it? It's like the little cobblestone lanes that you can cruise along, and all the good restaurants look like they're here, don't they?
It really does. I think you can't go wrong so far with what we've seen if you stay in Rekia or Naoussa. They're both really great options, but we're going to have a little bit more of a roam around, and then we're going to head to one of the beaches that are just up the road, and it looks pretty spectacular.
So we've rented out an ATV for the next couple of days. It's not as much power as you would like, but it gets the job done. On the previous island we were on, in Naxos, we had a 450cc, which was ample.
Yeah, you've got the power behind you to get up these hills. This one's a little bit sketchy on some of the hills, but it's pretty good to get around, and it's a cheaper alternative.
It is a cheaper alternative, but when you do hit a hill, you can really hear it But never mind, we're at now, I hope I'm going to pronounce this right, Kolymbithres.
Yeah, this looks really cool. There's like big massive boulders and it looks incredible. You can see the big church in the background. The water is electric blue because the sun is out, so we're going to go take a dip.
So we've managed to land ourselves a pretty good spot here.
I feel like I'm in like a dinosaur egg. It's so cool. It's like we have our own little balcony and we have a little bay just here to the right of us. But we've managed to snafu the perfect shady spot, haven't we?
It's like a micro cave. And the rock that we're sitting on is actually really smooth off as well, so it's not jagged or anything to say negative about it, really, hey?
No. So you can have a choice that up around the side here where we parked originally, there is like some little beach resorts, so you can hire the sunbeds or the umbrellas, or you can kind of do a bit of a rock scramble and just find your own little spot to hang out. We like a little bit of a private spot, so we've opted for this. We're about to jump in the water. It looks pretty luxurious.
Have a look at this view. It's very refreshing sitting in the water.
The water is so clear and the little fishies are swimming around.
They actually nibble your feet if you stay still for long enough.
The rock formations are just insane. It looks like you're looking at the moon a little bit and you can find your own little crater to sit in. It's truly spectacular. I understand now why this is one of Paros's best beaches. It really is an oasis, but you are going to be sharing this with a crowd. There's plenty of space, so enjoy it when you come.
Well, feeling very refreshed after that. We've been here for a good couple of hours now. The sun's gone right over. It's about halfway through the afternoon and we have one more beach that we're going to go to with a couple of little exciting parts about it. Where are we going to, bub?
I think it's pronounced Monastiri Beach.
Monastiri?
I'm not 100% sure, and yesterday a little Greek man said to me, "Your Greek is very bad." So there's no surprises here. I'm not holding the title for that. But let's go to the next beach and we are going to be riding our ATV there.
Woohoo!
So we are about to go for a little walk here along the peninsula. I think it's called Paros Park and it's supposed to be some incredible cave rock formations just over here. It's about a 10-minute walk from the main entrance of the beach. You'll know you're here if you see the beach club.
The beach club is called Monastiri.
It looks pretty lush. I saw a front row bed with an umbrella goes for about 70 euros. So if you're going to spend the day here, that's an option. Otherwise, if you're passing through, it's pretty pricey.
Also, just before you get here, what do you want to bring?
Water. Yeah, you're going to pay about $7 for that one. Anyway, let's get over to the other side. If you want to feel poor, look at these incredible boats.
There's a few mega boats over there. Bet you that cost a pretty penny.
And then here we are, slubbing it. I've got this sarong over my shoulders. It is so hot, guys. I think it's about 32, 33 degrees. And you can feel it, can't you, babe?
All the heat is just radiating off of all these rocks and like the dry grass. It's really holding it in, but that water is looking more and more appealing every step. But I'm excited to get around this other side to see what's there because I think it's going to be quite epic.
So we found our first signs of the big cave. It was a bit of a scramble to get here, but look at it. Woo!
Alright, we're officially live with GoPro. Let's get into it. See you soon, darling. Legs are just long enough for that one. Wow. Now this is one hell of a sea cave. Can you imagine how long it's taken for the waves and the wind to actually erode this whole cave? Feeling pretty special to be here. Got it all to myself as well. Looking down into the cave. Whew. Puffed after that little run up. Alright, so that's going to wrap up our little walk around the peninsula. We're going to cool off in the water and just enjoy the rest of our time here before dinner comes. So, woo!
Alright, so it's lunchtime the next day. We left you guys at the beach yesterday. We pretty much conked it. We were so tired and up from the sun. But today we've come to a place called Piso, Livadi, I think is how you pronounce it.
And we're on the east coast of the island now.
We got up this morning, went for a drive on the ATV through the mountains. We've landed on the beautiful port here and we just saw a restaurant that looked so beautiful and the menu had some vegan options. So we're having a delicious lunch and then we're going to be checking out some beaches on this side of the coast, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll take you along with us and we'll show you the food we ordered because it looks delicious. But for now, we're going to take in this beautiful view.
So we went with a vegetable souvlaki. Looks like it's been on the grill. It smells absolutely divine. And then one was a warm pita bread. And there's even some herbs and spices under here. You see this? Coriander and chili.
Ooh, that looks quite good.
That's all where the flavor. Let's dig in. Okay, so we have come down to Tripiti Beach, number 2 I think it's called. And just up here over the headland is a really epic cave that you can do some cliff jumping in, or you can also get there by boat. But this beach has actually been really beautiful because sand. It's
Mostly sand.
mostly sand with some pebbles, but it's really comfortable to lay down and the water is crystal clear. It's just been one of the best beaches we've actually been to in Paros, and it's hardly any people here, so it's really less crowded than a lot of the other places.
And not to mention, it's also really clean, isn't it?
It is. There's no rubbish, there's no like beach chair hires and umbrellas, so it feels like more like you're getting an authentic Greek beach experience.
Yeah, it's like untouched, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so nice. So we're just going to soak up the ocean and then we're going to go head to another spot that we've come in. So excited about.
Alright, so that was a nice little swim. We chucked the bags on. We're just going to walk up to the headland now, see if we can get a good view of the cave. And there's a little spot there where I can see a couple of people jumping off and a few people snorkeling, so I wouldn't mind having a little look from above, seeing what's there. The track's pretty cool though. It's like all these shaly rocks. There's even a fence to come through.
So this is what the gate looks like. So you know when you come to the beach, when you're down there on the sand, you'll see it up above on the left. And you'll know, come up here to spot the cave. Hopefully we find it.
Pirates Cave in the south of Paros. We'd heard it was a cool place to visit, but didn't realise how big it was going to be. It used to be a complete cave until the roof collapsed. Now it's an incredible open-aired lagoon. Seeing the boats surrounding the entrance gives a great perspective on just how big it actually is. Being in this location gives us a quintessential feeling of what the Greek islands are all about. Adventure, beautiful coastlines and exquisite food. There was a few people jumping before, but I don't think I'm going to brave the jump. I don't have shoes to be able to climb out of the rocks and they look very slippery and very barnacly. So we're going to probably take a couple of photos as you do, enjoy the spot for a bit, and then we've got to get to our special event for sunset. There's a real sense of adventure, hiring a random mode of transport in a foreign country and just following your nose into the unknown. It's nostalgic. With this being our last sunset on the trip through Paros, it means we want to go out with a bang. And after some research, combined with studying the topography maps of the island, I think I'd found the dream route home through the heart of the mountains. Along the road trip home, we'd be featuring century-old olive groves, a postcard-perfect Greek village, surreal coastlines, and of course, the breathtaking countryside that swoons its visitors from all around the globe. It was an afternoon that we'd never forget.
Wow. That is epic.
That's a wrap on our incredible journey through Paros. We've soaked up the sun, explored charming streets, and savoured unforgettable moments. But the adventure doesn't end here. Next stop, the stunning island of Milos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along as we dive into the next chapter of our Greek adventure. Until then, keep exploring and stay curious. See you in Milos!
'Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings.